What is up? What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Let's go ahead and take care of some house cleaning business first. Hit that like button, hit that share button, share this thing out, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get updates of all the new stuff that I put out, all the new information that's coming in, all the crypto news that's out there as it comes in and as we receive it. Right now, I want to talk to you guys about FedNow. FedNow goes live today. This is obviously the federal government's way of utilizing blockchain for more reliable payments. Some people like it, some people love it. Some people think that it hurts crypto. Some people think that it helps crypto. Very controversial out there right now. We'll get to my thoughts on it here in a minute. But as you can see, that this thing goes live today, which is Thursday, and it says the U.S. Federal Reserve in commission here in an instant payment service called FedNow went live Thursday, which is today, guys, with 35 banks and credit unions participating. So that's good. They got good participation. And there's a number of other people that are participating in FedNow who process payments, blockchains, and payment processors, and people consolidating payments and all of that. So there's a much more. It's much bigger than just that. But some of the early adopters include J.P. Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, with 16 other obviously institutions supporting processes and payments, guys. So it's a big system, something that rolled out pretty quick. It's a big system. It's something they've been working on. So obviously, they go back in here and say the FedNow service. Why did they build it? Why did they build it? To help make everyday payments over the coming years, obviously faster and more convenient. That's what we just talked about earlier about one of the reasons why this is here, for faster payments and more convenient payments. The federal chair, Jerome Powell, says this. So over the course of some years, they're looking to make these things faster and and obviously more user friendly, right? So this thing will operate 24/7, 365 days a year. They will use the banking institutions to as an intermediary for these payments, which is why you see some of the big banks in there, because they will be used as an intermediary for these payments to be processed. But this thing will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, guys. So when you look at it, this is one of these things that when we look at FedNow, it is obviously one of the first steps in blockchain and centralized banking on the blockchain. And Jerome Powell goes here to state that basically the other countries are already doing this; they're already ahead of us. They had to do this to avoid depending on private sector alternatives. And he references the DAI/Libra debacle from Mark Zuckerberg. That stable coin. You notice they didn't talk about USDC or anything like that in there. But Powell did reference this a while ago. So in order for the federal government not to depend on third party providers such as people, stable coins, they launched FedNow. So this obviously, in my opinion, is the federal government's first step into obviously digitalizing centralized banking and having on-demand liquidity eventually through some of these other projects and their way of moving the banking industry to a digitalized format. This does set up pretty well for the United States to, if FedNow is successful, does set up pretty well for the United States to look at maybe centralized digital currency and also or inserting a stable coin like USDC into the banking industry. So more on that. I will have a video on why it's hard for a USDC type of coin to be to be used as a banking currency. More on that later, but just an overview is that the banks operate off of partial reserves now, which means you deposit your money in the bank, they lend it out to 10 or 15 different people, and then they don't have all your money in the bank. Whereas if you went to a stable coin, it would have to be 100% reserve, which changes the whole banking industry as it exists today. So, brief overview there, but obviously FedNow is launching. I actually think it's a good service. Actually, not a good service. I don't know. I've never used it yet, but I think it's the first step forward in this. And any time that we can utilize blockchain development for growth in the future, I think it's positive. I think it sheds a light on cryptocurrency and blockchain in general. And anytime we can do that, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, is a good thing. It brings more awareness to cryptocurrency. It brings more awareness to blockchain. So I actually think that FedNow is good, good for adoption in general. I don't fight it. I don't because obviously I'm not hiding anything either, right? Pay my taxes, do everything the right way, and do everything like I should. So I don't have any reason to hide. So I actually think that this is actually a good thing. The FedNow, I think that the banks are behind it, as you can see from the early adopters. And make no doubt, when big money's behind it and big banks are behind it, it will go. It will go. It will become the standard because when big money talks, the United States listens. So with that, guys, go ahead, like this video, share this thing out, hit that subscribe button. We'll stay on top of this. We'll talk about how it rolls out here in the near future, whether it's a success, whether it's not a success, and where it goes from here. And with that, appreciate it. See you guys on the next one. Have a great day.